no idea in how to end every section of the filming. It's like, I'm supposed to say goodbye? Should I say something? Or people just put the next section of the filming right there without any information, without anything. It's like, what I'm going to do? I don't know. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Don't forget that if you like my content and you want to see more, you can subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications. So without further ado, let's jump directly into the video. So today I have a different type of video. I usually don't like to do this because I forget to film the reading blog, but I really hope that this time it goes different. So I'm participating in the 1000 store readathon. I'm going to put all the links down below and I will start with the prompt of make with books. So let's watch the video together.
So, the first doors have opened. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan if you are new here, and welcome to the first prompt of the 1000 Doors Readathon. Most of you probably already know what's going on if you clicked on this video, but this is a readathon starting right now, which is essentially a choose your own adventure readathon. Your next prompt is based on what you think of the book you choose.
I really enjoy this because it's so thankfully that is open to your interpretation and you don't have to limit the type of book. You just, I don't know, expand your imagination and try to fix a book with that prompt. So I really enjoy that part.
So myself, Emma and Tasmin, who are my co-hosts for this, we're all putting an initial prompt out and you can choose from any of these three in a really kind of special and unique way. And so mine is going to be memes. Could it be anything else? So your first prompt is this.
That's history.
Queen Whitney herself said, that's history.
So when I heard that the first prompt was history, I thought on another type of book, but it's really huge and it will take me forever to read it. So instead of that, I thought on this book that is Madame Bovary. And let me explain a tiny bit why this book will fit on that first prompt. So basically, I started this book like in January of this year and I haven't finished it. Every month I take this book and I lie to myself saying that I will be able to finish this book that month, and then it never happened. I take another book and finish it and then return to this and never have a real advance. Right now I'm on page 310 and there's not much left, but actually it took me forever to finish this read. And yeah, we have a lot of history. I complete year trying to finish this book. So I hope that finally I'm able to finish it, and I'm not going to DNF this because it will be sad if I DNF. So yeah, let's hope everything go well and let's see on the next section of the video. Welcome back. I finally finished Madame Bovary by Gustave Flaubert. I think that I'm going to give this book 1 star out of 5. It was really painful to read, and I realized that I haven't talked what this book was about. We're following two characters. The first one, or the first half or part or section of this book, we're following a man that is Bovary, that he doesn't have any ambitions in his life, any goals. So at the very beginning of his life, he just follow orders of his mom, like, oh, you should study this, you should work this, you should marry that woman. And then when that woman died, the first woman he had married with, he get a new wife, a girl that is the second character, and then he spent the rest of his life following orders of her, like, oh, we should buy this, we should go that place, we should do this, you should um, do this surgery even if you don't have the experience in it. it was he was a good man. But my problem and my issue was with the second character and the main protagonist in most of the part of the book. She's an ambitious woman, but it's not just that. She is not. She doesn't know what she wants to. So all the time she's always searching for some happiness that's not gonna happen ever, because when she desires something and she finally has that thing or that person in her hands, then everything starts to go down, and now she realized that it's not what she wants to, or she wants more, and at the end of the day she always blame other people about the unhappiness that she's living in. So it was painful. Actually, it's not like we are following some story or something. We're just following them in the daily day life, and it's not cool. It doesn't have anything interesting, and yeah, that was most of the reason why I didn't like this book. But I think I will have a full spoiler-free review and other with spoilers, because I really want to talk about this book, and it's a classic, and I was excited about what it was about and why there are so many people liking this book, but I really didn't get it. I hate this book with all my heart. So yeah, finally let's move on to the second door, the second prompt, and let's see what I'm going to read next.
You will see the end screen, which will have 4 choices to take you on to your next prompt. So don't forget to bookmark this video. You don't want to lose it. Bookmark it right now. Okay, now go and read.
Okay, so the next prompt is depending on what star rating I give it to the book. So for me it was between 1 and 2 because I gave it 1 star. So let's see.
My next prompt for you is a book that feels like Taylor Swift's folklore album. So this, you could interpret it as a certain lyric, you could interpret it as the overall vibe that the album gives you. Honestly, you can do whatever the hell you want with all of these prompts.
So I was thinking in the lyric of the song Cardigan, and I was thinking maybe rereading a book that I say that is my favorite, but I have a lot of time of not reading it. Or maybe I can read a book that I just say that I'm going to love, that it could be one of my favorites, but at the end of the day, I never read that book, and it's just accumulating dust in my shelves. But I have watched the video of Cardigan, and I just love the aesthetic of the video. And there's one book that popped in my mind immediately after watching it, so I'm going to go with that option, and that is Gumiho. The video is like in a forest, like there's a lot of natural vibes, and I think that I will get that of Gumiho. She obviously is a Gumiho. I don't know that much of the book, apart that she eats men or something like that. Actually, I don't like reading synopses of the book. I always want to go blind to them, so I don't know that much. So I cannot tell you what is this about, but when I finish it, I will tell you how it goes and what it's about. I hope it doesn't take me a lot to finish this book, because I really want to fulfill all the prompts of this readathon. But let's see how many days I have to spend reading this book. Today is Saturday, and I have all the intention to upload yesterday, but I wasn't that far on my reading, so I decided to postpone it today because I will be halfway through Gumiho or the Wicked Fox. But instead of that, I just finished the book because why not? Actually, at the middle of the book, it got really interesting, but more interesting. So I pushed through and finished it instead. I think that I'm giving this book 5 stars, which is kind of strange because I haven't given 5 stars to any book this year. Well, there were just like one book or two at least, but no more. And yeah, I'm just happy that I finally found another 5-star book. I don't know how to summarize what this book is about. I have told you that it's a gumiho that it made in order to survive, and I was writing that. And apart of that, I don't know how to describe the story because we are following them. I don't know. I don't. It doesn't have a specific like history. They're just knowing each other and trying to trust and being friends and can understanding the feelings between them. And then in the middle, something happened that obviously the story goes around it. But I don't want to talk about that basically because I think it's spoiler. So I will keep it like that. And now let's move on to the next part.
Because whether or not you saw where the plot was going will dictate which of these doors you go through next. If you didn't see where it was going, if you sort of saw where it was going, if you totally saw where it was going, or if you DNF'd it.
So I haven't seen where the plot was going on basically because I was invested in the book. Like I didn't stop to think what was going on. I just go reading and reading without making a stop and try to figure out where it will go. So yeah, I think that I will go with the no door. Let's see.
Woo! You didn't guess the ending. Fantastic. Love that. The next prompt I'm going to give you is outside. And of course, again, this is totally up for interpretation.
Outside. I love this prompt. I think that it will be easy to fit a book on this prompt. I'm sorry for the illumination, the sun went off and I'm just using artificial light, so I hope this is going to record properly and it looks well. So I have finally decided what book I will pick next, and it will be The Giver. So it's a book outside of our reality. I think there's a dystopia or something like that. And I don't know that much about this book either, and I wanted to keep it like that because again I love to get blind to a book, and I will tell you more about this book when I finish it. Hello, today is Tuesday and I have finally finished The Giver. Actually, there are a couple of days that I didn't read anything because I kinda enter in a reading slump because I really enjoyed the Kumiho, the Wicked Fox, and it was so hard to go outside of that world and enter in a new one. So it was kind of difficult to start reading The Giver, but I have finally finished it, and I think that I give this 3 stars, maybe 3.5 stars out of 5. I finished it yesterday, but I cannot film, and I really enjoyed the reading. And it's a dystopian novel. We're following a boy who it's in the age where the job that he's going to work for do for the rest of his life is going to be decided by some people that are supposed to be um, kinda starting him all his life until finally decide what is the kind of job that suits to him. And wow, there's so many things that I like of this book. They mainly express like colors, emotions, and for example, the families they're not a choice, so they don't have any choice in anything, and even the job. So he's very nervous because he was doing some hours of volunteers and you're supposed to understand in that hours what is the job that you want to, but he doesn't have anything of that, so he was really scared about it. And then they told him that he's going to be the receiver and he doesn't know what it's about, and everyone receive some kind of rules or instructions for this new job, and these rules for him was kind of strange. So one of them was like not taking pills, not taking medication, and it was so strange because they always take everything for the pain. So maybe they fall and have a little injured and they take a pill immediately. Like they just don't suffer. And one of them was that he couldn't take that pills. The other one is that he cannot tell about what he is receiving the information and whatever they learn, he cannot talk to anyone. um, he is allowed to lie, which is super strange because they obviously don't lie. um, he is not he is allowed to ask people questions, which is so strange because in this world they are not allowed to, because for them it's like rude. So you're supposed to be quiet and don't ask questions that maybe can put others on some sort of uncomfort. He doesn't know that much about what is the receiver. Anyone of the society knows what is the receiver because it's something that only the one that are selected for being a receiver are the one that know a little bit what it's about. Now we are following this guy, and he soon is going to understand that the receiver means that he will keep all the memories of the world with him. It implies the good ones, it implies the awful ones, it implies the pain ones, the sad ones, whatever you think. All of the software that the other one doesn't know about, he's going to have them with him forever without a possibility of sharing, without a possibility of having someone who understands him, because the one that gives him those memories is going to be released once these kind of instructions or this kind of preparing him is over. He's not going to be on the society anymore, so he's going to be lonely. He cannot share anything to other people, and sometimes these people, there is the receiver of all the memories, suffer a lot, remembering war, remembering hunger. It's like they suffer all of the injuries, all of the bad memories, all of the bad decisions of the history. He's the one receiving them, the only one, and the only one who remembers. It's so strange because all of them doesn't have any choice, and it's like so strong in their mind that when he received all of that difference, every time he returned to, I miss that, but we are fine right now. I'm lucky because I don't have to take that decision, and it will be so awful because we could take a bad decision. So at the end of the day, he's like, that was better. I was happier. I wish that people could understand the feeling that could live, for example, love, happiness, or even see colors, because they don't see colors. So it's quite strange. But at the end of the day, after all of that, he just started to say, "Well, actually, we are fine. Actually, it's better for us to don't have to make a choice or don't see or believe these kind of things." So the story followed him through learning a little bit of the memories of the pain, the happy, the sad, and how he changed the perspective about society and how he get mad about all of the rest because they haven't lived anything that he had. And maybe there's a possibility that he wants to change things, but we don't know how. So this is the first week. Thankfully for me, this has an ending. I think that there are 4 books. Yeah, 4 books. So I don't think that I'm going to continue these books. I don't know. It has an ending. It was a kind of happy ending. I like it. I enjoyed the book. Actually, I recommend this to a friend. So it's not that I dislike it. It was just like an average story. and I like it, but it wasn't that impactful or meaningful, for example, as other readers, or it's not like in a cliffhanger. So I think that I will keep it in like that and stop the series at there. But I recommend this book if you want to. It's a really good dystopian. It kind of make you think like what will happen if someone, just one people, is the one that have all the memories, all the history, and how painful it will be. So yeah, now I will continue and move on to the next prompt.
So we have a next question for you. This time we want to know, did you like the main character? Or maybe they were unlikable but in a good way. Did you like reading about them? You're about to be shown 4 doors. Yes,
Okay,
kinda,
so
no, or dare not. Click on the right one to find your next
I
prompt.
think there is going to be a kinda. I don't dislike the character, but I don't like it either. There are some actions that I didn't like, and I think that it's because he's a child. He's just 12 years old, if I'm not wrong, and obviously there are some of actions about a boy of this age. Some immature decisions that I wasn't feeling it. So I'm going with the kinda. Let's see what it's about.
Well, hello, intrepid readers. Welcome to my little corner of BookTube. I hear that you're currently participating in quite the readathon, one full of lots of secret doors. And you've managed to pass through into my little realm, so welcome. I would love you to take whatever book you're currently reading or have just finished, as that may be why you're here, and pair it up with a god or goddess or even just mythological hero from a various cultures, legends, or myths.
Okay, so this prompt is not reading at all. It's just taking a picture, and I don't want to take a picture of this because it just doesn't fit in my mind for anything. So I'm thinking that I will take the Wicked Fox book. I will take the picture, I will post it, and you can see it somewhere around the screen. And I will continue to watch the next prompt. So I pick another book, and yeah, let's go to that.
Hi, you reached this door because you just finished an Instagram challenge. Now I have one more prompt for you. The word is spirit.
So, spirits. Okay, so there's one book that come to my mind, and yeah, I think that it will fit perfectly in this challenge. So I will go downstairs, pick the book, and come back. So I have come back, and I thought on a book that I just recently purchased, and is House of Furies. Now, the story, if I'm not wrong, is about a haunted house. So obviously there are going to be ghosts and ghost spirits, you know. So I think that this will fit really well into this prompt. The thing is that we are just 1 week left for finishing November, and it's not short. So I hope that this goes well. I hope that I'm able to go through this book really quickly. It engaged me through the beginning of the first page, so I can read it really fast. But yeah, I will update you when I finish this book, and I will see you soon. Welcome back, and finally this is the last clip. I have read now House of Furies, and I'm giving this 5 stars out of 5. So I'm really happy that in this readathon I have accomplished 2 new favorite books. And let me briefly talk about what this book was about, because I was wrong. I mean, there were spirits, yes, but they weren't ghosts, so it was a different type of book of what I hope of, well, what I thought that it was going to be about. And I thought it was more like a haunted house, but it's not. It's a strange house. It's a devil house. We are following Louisa, who is a woman who has lost family. She doesn't have anything, nobody wants her, she kind of feels strange. So in order for survive every day, she is like a fortune teller, but it's not like she has magic or she's a witch or something like that. It's more like she can see people and kinda understand what you want to hear, kinda understand like what is the situation, why they are there, like maybe it's a man, maybe something about fortune, maybe it's about family, and she can go in that direction and she can have a little bit of money because of that. The problem came one day when I gave over her a gold coin and she spent it in a lot of food. But when the owner of the restaurant saw that coin, immediately thought that she was a thief. So now all the town is running after her and she have to survive. And this grave appeared again and told her like, hey, come with me. I have a house where you can work. You are going to have food and a place to live. The only thing that she asked for her was working really hard. So she agreed because the other option is not something that she wants to go to jail or maybe be killed. So she goes with this woman, and in this house, she kind of feel that something is strange, like someone's always watching her. And one day she felt a strange appeal to one door, and behind that is the master of the house. He is strange too. He doesn't go upstairs that much, and yeah, he's kind of complicated. It's like sometimes he can read his mind, which is so strange. And since she's going to discover that all the servants of this house are hiding something obscure, dark, and maybe bad. So maybe she's in danger, or maybe people she like are in danger, and she has to discover what to do and how to go outside of this house. I flew through this book, so this wasn't going that slow, it wasn't that fast, it was like the exact pace. So I really enjoyed this book, the reading of it, and this edition is gorgeous. I mean, the cover is beautiful, but inside they have some pictures that are gorgeous and incredible, and I just adore them. And I like the format of this book because sometimes there were some chapters that begin with stories like myths about the creatures that were living at the house. So it was just amazing. And the ending, oh my god, the ending was like, I want more. it it kind of be read like a standalone because I can understand this is a series, but it has an ending, a good ending. But there's something like in the epilogue that I want more, and now I'm so curious about the book too. I don't know if it is out yet, but I definitely want to read it. So I'm going to finish this vlog right now, so I hope you enjoy it, and tell me down below if you like this kind of content of reading vlogs, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye!